Prime Minister Lawrence Wong says countries cannot afford to slip further in their timelines to reach net zero emissions. And that's even as some have pushed back plans because of energy security and cost of living concerns. Speaking at the inaugural IPEF Clean Economy Investor Forum, Mr. Wong says action is urgently needed. Jeraldine Yap with more.
The advent of new technologies like ChatGPT that use more computing power means there is a need for more energy than ever. A higher energy consumption leads to more carbon being released into the environment, and Asia is responsible for about half of global emissions. Singapore Prime Minister Lawrence Wong told attendees at the IPEF Clean Economy Investor Forum that urgent action is needed to move towards clean energy.
AI as a whole is already consuming more energy than a small country put together. And the trends will only continue to rise, and we can expect demand for energy to increase significantly over time. So if we don't make an effort now towards shifting to clean energy, there will be huge negative consequences down the road.
The Prime Minister outlined 3 areas in which IPEF participating countries can accelerate their transition to a clean economy. They include blended financing, scaling up new technologies like carbon capture and storage, as well as clean energy infrastructure. And on this front, Singapore is working with Vietnam and the United States to form a working group on subsea cable development to tap the many sources of renewable energy in Southeast Asia.
We all know that subsea power cables are critical infrastructure to facilitate cross-border electricity trading. The working group will facilitate knowledge sharing and consensus building on subsea cable issues in the region, and also look into ways to encourage investments into these capital-intensive assets. We welcome other IPEF countries to join us in this effort.
The inaugural forum brought together 300 participants from the 14 IPEF partner countries, such as Singapore, the US, Japan and South Korea. It aims to match investments to sustainability projects in this region. A total of 69 projects worth over $23 billion of investment opportunities were identified.
This inaugural forum is a key feature of IPEF, bringing together governments, the private sector, to facilitate our transition to a clean economy, the energy transition. I believe this forum will mobilize investment for the climate infrastructure and technology that the region urgently needs.
The forum is intended to be held yearly and hosted by IPEF member countries.